Enjoying the process is one thing that I will always say to everybody.
Yeah.
Because starting, you would have never known that the things you would be doing now, you'd be doing 10 years ago.
Yeah, I
Do you know what I
agree.
mean? And even the things you have done, even within the year alone, right? So we have to discuss that. We have to discuss
It's been
that.
an interesting year.
Interesting, yeah. Tell us all about it.
Oh, the Wanderlust
The
trip.
Wanderlust trip.
The Ghana to UK trip. You know, people do come from the Western world to Africa.
Yeah.
On a normal day, you know. Why don't we go? Or even if Africans go, it's either we are walking through the deserts, through Libya, or stowaway, or hiding in some cocoa beans from Takrade. So we wanted to change that narrative, change that media perception that Africans, we only will do that through the illegal means. We have the roads, we have the cars, so why not? We were determined. I happened to meet these car enthusiasts and adventure lovers.
Yeah.
So I felt safe. I didn't realize I was the only woman on the trip until I came to Ghana. There wasn't a thing about gender for me.
Yeah.
I mean, because I love cars and I was in the midst of people who love cars. But when I got to Ghana, I was like, oh, so I was the only woman on the trip.
It's not even when you was there, it wasn't even a thing.
It wasn't even a thing because I don't want to be the weakest thing. So if we have to move at 5 a.m., I'm ready. If we have to eat just something small, I'll do it. You know, I was always with the group going to plan. So yes, the trip.
Do you feel like you just saying you didn't want to be the weakest link? Do you feel like there was a reason behind that? Do you feel like, subconsciously you was thinking, I am the only woman, even though you didn't recognize it, I don't want no one to ever feel like I lack or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
There was. I didn't want anybody to feel, oh, we shouldn't have brought her along. Because it's very easy. I'm sure they were thinking like, oh, this girl, So I had to make sure, it's the thing about women, and when you're passionate about something, you easily want to work twice as much to make yourself credible. So yes, I didn't want to be the weakest link. So whatever I had to do, I'll do it. But it came to me easily because I ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy for me to just go with the flow and be fluid.
Yeah, and still be in everything and just up and down with it.
Yeah.
So obviously the trip was from Accra to London. Did you go all the way or you went?
No, I wish I did. So because of work, well, if I'd known it would be this popular, but I'll still be at Alaska. I can still be going. But because of work, I had to come back from Casablanca.
So you went to Morocco?
Yes.
So what was the plan? So you guys, every day you would drive like a few miles?
Every day, 800 miles, 1,000, every day. I'll tell you what, the distance from Accra to Tamale is about 650 kilometers, but it takes you longer to get to Tamale versus the distance from Accra from Bouaké, Côte d'Ivoire to Mali is further, but it was just 4 hours. The roads,
just 4 hours?
Yeah, when we have bad roads in Ghana, it will take you longer to get to your destination.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true.
So one of the things that we highlighted in this trip is the need for good roads. So
that's something that we need to look forward to now.
Yes.
So the roads is one thing. So from Côte d'Ivoire to Mali.
Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, then Mali, then Senegal, then Mauritania, Western Sahara, Morocco.
How many days was that?
It took me 12 days.
And then you guys were taking stops in between, staying?
Oh, yeah, so we'd sleep over at some hotels, some hostels. So yes, we'll stop over for breaks, maybe washroom break, or to fill up our tanks, or just to stretch, or to take pictures.
That whole process, how did you guys actually decide? I know you were saying that, there's the whole idea of if it can be done, why won't we do it? But how was it just why not? Let's just go. Was it just something so easy? It just came easy?
It wasn't. This was an idea that the group had birthed back in 2018. So the idea was to travel in 2019 and COVID happened. So there had been a lot of research that went into this. I would say, don't just get up and say you're driving to a long distance or a foreign land. You need to research. I'll give you an example. In Mali, there's some bit of conflict. If we hadn't researched, I'll tell you this. The jihadists and the Fulani have an agreement that you don't shoot, you don't kill, you don't attack until you say the first prayer. Yes, until you say the first prayer. Let Allah bless. I'm sorry to make it sound funny, but let Allah bless it before you shoot. And that helped us because now having this information, we made sure we zoom in between the danger zones before 6 a.m. or before 5:30 a.m. Assuming we didn't have this information, just going on a jolly ride, driving around 8 o'clock.
Just for the fun of it.
Boko Haram, or boom, you hear something, oh, they've been kidnapped or they've been attacked. So because we had this knowledge, it helped. So what I'll say is before you go on a trip to an unknown land, research into it, ask questions. So yes, it was quite enlightening. Yeah. So I have to thank Allah for this. Yes.
No, definitely, we thank him. But do you feel like there's something you'll do again? You guys will go further? Like, absolutely. Is it in the pipeline maybe that there will be another Wanderlust trip?
The group is discussing something like that. The group, but they are adventure junkies. They would go. You know,
if the
they weren't in for the publicity. It wasn't a thing to make a name. It was just for them to be happy with themselves that we said we were going to do something and we did it. Yeah. So yeah, the group would go.
Would you join?
Absolutely. They cannot go without me.
Definitely. No, we need you there.
Yeah.
We need you there to represent. So just going forward with all of this and all the experiences you had, what would you advise? I don't know, like, as you've said right now, if anybody is looking to go on the trip, make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your research. Was there any other things you had to kind of plan ahead with?
Oh, getting spare parts. So get your brakes, change your tires, the tire profile, get these consumables, so like your oils, and get it. And fuel, yes. In Mauritania, they don't stock up on petrol, the whole country. They only stock up on diesel.
Oh no.
Yeah, so to get a petrol station, you'd have to search. And even that is the poorest quality. So if we didn't have jerry cans, we didn't have extra fuel, we would have suffered. So yeah, these are the little things that you need to consider when going these trips.
Oh my gosh, I would have never thought of that. I would have never thought that you'd go somewhere and wouldn't be able to...
There you go. There you go.
That's a fact. That's a factor. That was an experience. 12 days.
It was. 12 days.
I mean, if it wasn't on your bucket list, it somehow made its way on it. And
I know.
Because I wouldn't even be able to think of my dream is to drive. You know what I mean?
Through the deserts.
Deserts. For days.
For days.
You've done it. But you can say you've done it. And it's something that is history now. You're the only woman that went as well.
Yeah.
You didn't even know. Can you imagine? You were just in your land.
Just in La La Land.